วัสดีค่ะ
Hi everyone, Peter here once again. Thanks for joining me on my channel today, Thailand Bound. Okay, if it's your first time here, I talk about all things Thailand, and I just really wanted to give you a little bit of information that was passed on to me by Michael, who, you know Michael, he's done videos with me before, and Michael sent me this, and this is a news article from a website called Travel Off Path. So, years ago, you used to pay a tax when you left the airport. The last time that I paid it, as I remember, it was about 500 baht. Apparently that went up to 700 baht, but then it was scrapped. And what you had to do when you left the airport, you went to a machine and you paid your 500 baht. You got a little bit of a little ticket, and you had to show that as you were leaving before you went through immigration. So that was all cancelled years ago. Now it seems this is something that's been in discussions since last year, and it seems now, according to this article, which I'll read out to you shortly, they are going to reintroduce it, but at the lesser rate of 300 baht, which is about £7.50, $8, maybe a bit more than that. But let me just read it out, and this is self-explanatory. So the title of this article is Thailand to start charging an entry fee from August. Thailand is finally reopening for tourism after 2 years of consecutive border closures and complex entry restrictions. Even though it is slowly coming out of its shell and allowing more foreigners to visit again, the entry process for Thailand is bound to undergo some permanent changes, as the country intends to start charging an entry fee from August. So there we go, it is from August this year. Similar to the Italian hotspot of Venice, which will begin taxing visitors from summer 2022, Thai authorities proposed their own tourist tax back in January. It hopes the system would have to come into force by April. Due to delays, this never materialised, though it is now likely the fee will be applied from the third quarter of the year. While there are some unanswered questions as the measure is yet to be implemented, here are some things that we do know. How much will Thailand charge visitors? In announcing the measure in January 2022, the Thai government established a 300 baht fee, or $12 for visitors. According to senior officials, the fee will help develop attractions and cover insurance costs for foreigners unable to pay for health emergencies when travelling to the country. Out of the sum, 250 baht will be converted into funds to help Thailand develop its own tourism attractions, and the remaining 50 baht will be used to cover any medical costs for foreign visitors. At present, tourists are already required to present a valid insurance policy with a minimum coverage of 10,000 US dollars when arriving in Thailand. Considering only $1.45 will be converted into insurance cover, and that this small amount is hardly enough to offer comprehensive health coverage, local media have suggested it will only be for specified misfortunes such as death. At present, the government is yet to detail how exactly the $1.45 health fee will correlate with the existing insurance requirement. As for the fee itself, tourists will have to handle their own payments separately, though it will become part of the booking process for flights to Thailand, explained senior government minister. The fee will be collected via a dedicated web page which airlines will be required to adopt. The tourism fee system will be integrated into the websites of carriers serving Thailand. Once buying their tickets, travellers will then be directed to an additional screen where they will be able to pay the fee, which is set to become mandatory from August or September. 300 baht will hardly break the bank, but printing out a payment receipt and carrying proof the fee was paid will add to the growing list of travel documents visitors must hold ahead of flying to Thailand. After all, simply having an ordinary passport is no longer the only requirement for boarding flights to this Asian destination. Soon enough, applying for a Thai vaccine passport could become necessary for travellers. Initially, the fee will only apply to air arrivals, seeing that Thai authorities are yet to define how other land and sea arrivals will be charged without leading to long waiting lines at entry points. There will of course be exceptions even when flying to Thailand. Work permit holders, other expats living in the country and infants will not be charged an entry fee. Why is an entry fee needed? In recent years, over-tourism has become more of a global problem. From the pristine beaches of the Caribbean to the Mediterranean. Okay, so I won't carry on reading this. You can go and have a look at this yourself if you want to. As I say, it's on the website traveloffpath.com. So No surprises there. It's not, as the article says, it's not going to break the bank, obviously. If you're going to go to Thailand, then another sort of £8, $12, whatever I thought it was $7.50. I thought it was a bit less than that, but they're saying $12. Yeah, it's not going to break the bank. It's not going to affect your vacation. It's not going to put anybody off going to Thailand for the actual money amount. But what will put people off, it's just another hurdle, another hurdle to jump through, another hoop to jump through. They're abandoning the Thailand Pass supposedly in June. They've dropped the test and go, which is good. But you know, the more paperwork they're putting up in front of people, then the more hesitant visitors are going to be to actually visit in Thailand. There's a lot of other choices around. You know, you've got Cambodia, the Philippines, Laos, all them hot spots, as it were. Like I say, it's not the 300 baht. I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. It's just, as I say, having to jump through hoops. So a very short video this time around, guys. I've just received the article this morning. I thought I'd put it out there. You might have read it yourself already, but if you haven't, you now know that from August you will need to pay 300 baht before you enter the country. I'm just wondering if people forget and they get to the airport, and will they check it on the will the desk check it when you leave your country of departure? For instance, when I went in December, I had to show my Thailand pass to the check-in desk in Heathrow in London, or they wouldn't have let me board the aircraft. So I'm wondering, if you require this 300 baht tax now, will they require you to show it at the departure gate when you get on the aircraft? Because if they don't, technically, a lot of people will forget it, and when they get to Thailand, what will they do? Turn them around and put them back on the aircraft? I don't think so. We'll have to wait and see. Not too long. We're in April now. This is all going to happen in August or September. So let's hope it doesn't cause too much stress and anguish for people. Okay. Thanks for watching again, guys. Just a short video this time around. I'll be back soon with my regular content. Until then, thanks again.